So, a lot of people have been waiting on home prices to come down or mortgage rates to drop before buying their next home. But there are a couple of factors that indicate neither one of those changes is likely going to be significant enough to dramatically impact affordability. However, I still think we're going to see an increase in activity in the real estate market as we go into 2025 and definitely into 2026. Data point number one supporting this has to do with the sheer volume of life changes that have occurred in the last few years. Here's what I mean by that. Let's look at the number of home sales over the last 30 years. Look at the red bar on the right, showing 2023 having had the lowest number of existing home sales since 1995, indicated by the red line on the left. Now let's compare the US population growth over that same time period. There are 70 million more people in the country since 1995. So how is it, with that many more people, home sales are only matching up with 1995? Well, for one, we know a lot of Americans waved the white flag of surrender on their home buying efforts when the compound effect of spiked mortgage rates matched soaring home prices, causing the household income needed to buy the median priced home to double, jumping from an annual income of about $50,000 needed in 2019 to needing over $100,000 today. This is definitely one cause of the stagnation we've experienced in the real estate market. Another being the reluctance from a lot of sellers to give up the 2.75 interest rate they refinanced in 2021, which has kept new listing inventory suppressed. But when the life change stats inside of 1 year total 3.5 million new babies born, 1.5 million marriages, 700,000 divorces, 3.5 million people turning 65, 2 million deaths resulting in things like estate sales, and 25 million job switches leading to possible relocations, that locked in sellers effect we've been feeling is a can that can only be kicked down the road for so long, as they've been waiting on a major market correction that I'm here to tell you isn't coming. As I mentioned in my last video, we're beginning to see and feel that seller movement already, as listing inventory is beginning to inch back towards 3 to 4 months of supply. But what doesn't happen in simply a balanced market is significant reduction in housing prices as a whole. A press release from Zillow in June cited the US housing shortage grew to 4.5 million, up from 4.3 million in 2022, citing this deepening housing deficit is the root cause of the housing affordability crisis. So when interest rates do begin to come back down from the shock factor figures, bringing some buyer demand back into the market, rather than it causing a significant increase in prices, some more inventory will have helped balance out the market. So you could expect home prices to appreciate at a more normal and expected rate, like the government likes to see, close to 4% annually. Now, Dr. Lawrence Yun, chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, and Goldman Sachs, our company's financial partner, they both project home prices to appreciate closer to 5% by 2025. A good way to think about this is to understand when we hear on the news inflation is coming down, it does not mean that you go to the grocery store and you'll see food prices are coming down. Food prices are still going up, but the rate at which they're going up has come down, such that it's not so shocking to your system every time you go to the grocery store and the same foods you buy cost 20, 30, 40% more. So check out my next 3-minute video for data point number 2 on what's coming next in an election year that may impact the housing market affordability.